What's up, you guys? UFO Proof here, and I got a special episode for you guys today because today I have discovered S-4 base in Area 51 on Google Maps, the actual S-4. And not only have I found it, but Google admits that this place is S-4 because they actually label it. So let's take a look, you guys. All right, so here you can see we are at Area 51. This is the Area 51 base. This is off the Groom Lake bed. There you can see the base right there. And if you follow it around, that is the Papoose mountain range right there. And there is the Papoose lake bed. You can see it labeled the Papoose Lake. That's the dry lake bed. So everyone was always looking on this side of it, right over here. This is where everyone looks. One guy made a video showing some lines on the mountain that he believed were the doors, even though it was just him putting some lines on there. It wasn't the doors or anything. So I was like, that's where everyone always looks for, because that's the way they assume it's going to be. But it's actually not. If you look at one of the drawings, it's actually by some rocky mountains of, some kind of granite or something like that. That's where the hangar doors were built. So I looked on the opposite side towards these rocky mountains that are over here, and wrote up here, I found it. And look at this. Google actually has it labeled S-4 Research Facility. S-4 High Ridge Research Facility. That is the government research facility. That is the mountain in the backdrop, just like the artist rendering. This is the S-4 base where Bob Lazar worked at, and it is labeled right there by Google. This is fucking amazing. I don't know how this has been passed up for so long, but I mean, on a hunch, I decided to go on the opposite side and look, and sure enough, there the fuck it was, just like Bob Lazar said. So the S-4 base does exist right next to the mountain, just like he said. I think one of the problems is that everyone was thinking that the base was on the mountains that were right next to the dry lake bed, like right outside of it was the dry lake because of some of his descriptions. But that is in fact wrong. It wasn't directly on it. See, that's the problem. That's why everyone thinks it was right on the lake bed. It wasn't. The lake bed is obviously like a mile or two away from it, but it was deep up here in the mountains. I mean, and it's perfect to like the artist rendering. Like, he did a good job at describing what it looked like, because this is exactly the drawing that he had made for it. This is just like it. So it looks like we have some kind of platforms there. I don't know where the base doors are. Probably right back here into this mountain right there. Obviously, he says it's sand textured, so you're not really able to tell. Obviously, the government research facility isn't just these two concrete slabs. There's something there. I don't know where the base doors are. Maybe right there on the side of the hill or something. Maybe on the opposite side. But he said that, you could go around to one side and around to the other. One side had a regular entrance, and the other side had some hangar doors. So maybe the hangar doors might be on the opposite side of these. And what these concrete slabs are, I don't know. Or maybe is it just showing that the research facility is an underground laboratory, and that's all you're seeing is just like the flat roof. But there is no doubt that this is the S-4 facility. Clearly, you can see that is Area 51. That is the Groom Dry Lake bed. I mean, clearly that is it. And following Bob Lazar's description, going to the south around the Papoose Mountains towards the Papoose Dry Lake bed. Not exactly on a lake bed, but towards it in the mountains, hidden away, is a secret research facility called S-4. And Google even has it labeled S-4. I mean, that's amazing. The thing is, I'm assuming that when Google went to go and start getting all this information, that any bases or anything that they found anywhere, the government probably admitted, oh yeah, there's a base here, so you can label that, because we can tell them that there's something there, we just can't tell them what's inside of it. So it shouldn't hurt us if we say, yeah, this is S-4. It shouldn't hurt us, obviously, because the thing with Bob Lazar happened how many years before Google even existed? So by the time it got to the people who were actually putting together Google Earth and doing all these things and labeling all these facilities, It's already been 20 years since the Bob Lazar story. The people doing this might not have even heard of Bob Lazar. And the people who granted him permission maybe never even heard of Bob Lazar. So they're like, well, it's a secret research base, but we don't have to tell them what's going on in there. We just tell them it's S-4, it's a research base. They probably never even heard of Bob Lazar before. And so they just went ahead and labeled what it actually is. They had no reason to hide it because they don't even know about the story of Bob Lazar admitting that they reverse engineered alien technology at that secret base. Well, what else are you going to do at S-4 research base right off of the Papoose Lake bed in Area 51 in the nuclear test site? What else are you going to do other than research or reverse engineer alien spacecraft? I mean, come on. It's obvious what they're doing there. And this is obviously it. And someone fucked up. I'm sure someone's going to get fucking fired over this. But god damn it, I have not seen this. I'm the first person to make a video about this that I know about. Maybe it's out there, but I haven't seen it. So, you know, in my eyes, this is the first time that we are seeing the actual S-4 base on Google Maps for the world to see. This is, for me, this is a fucking exclusive. Now, if it does exist, I sure as fuck don't know about it. So, I mean, maybe it's out there, maybe, but I don't know. So as of right now, I am the only one, and this is an exclusive for UFO Proof. We got it. We finally did it. No other channel that I know about has actually found this base and showed the world that this is the S-4 base that Bob Lazar worked at. Now I'm thinking, because he did say it was on, you could pull up to one side and there was the regular entrance, and then you can go around to the other side and there were the hangar doors there that opened up. So I don't know if this is just the front of it and the hangar doors are around the back of it. I'm going to have to go back onto Google Maps or Google Earth and check this area out. But who knows? You tell